By the end of this video, you will be empowered to create the life of your dreams and to realize all that you are meant to fulfill in this life. And I know that's a bold claim, but I am confident that this is going to be a very powerful experience if you're open to it and if you're willing to really investigate your own mind and shift your self-concept. It all starts right here. If, for whatever reason, hypothetically speaking, just play along, if money were to just disappear overnight, the whole idea of it, the whole reality of it, and you were to automatically, easily, effortlessly have everything that you needed, everything that you wanted, and therefore you don't need to struggle or strive or hustle or work hard for money or anything like that, the means to live, ever again. You're just taken care of. You're just supported. You're just provided for. Everything and more. Okay, that stress is gone. Now you are freed up. You have time, energy, you have everything that you need. What are you doing with your life? What are you creating? What are you building? What is it that you're offering? Who are you being? What becomes available to you in your everyday life if all the things that you're seeking and striving and trying to earn right now to just live, they just disappear, they just dissolve, and all of that's taken care of? What is your life for? What are you doing? What is it that you're going to leave behind? What is the legacy? What is the impact? What is the tangible influence or effect that your life has on the people around you and at the world at large? You see, when that whole limiting belief around money falls away, and even in this thought experiment, if we just pretend like it's just a non-issue, just play along with this. It's very, very powerful. What happens to your choices? What happens to your actions? What happens to your thoughts and your feelings and your beliefs when that is just non-issue? There's just no worries there anymore. Now fast forward to the end of your life. You're on your deathbed and you're looking back and you're seeing a fulfilled life. You're seeing a life that you are proud of, that has brought joy and love and light and warmth and fulfillment and empowerment to many people. And you have fulfilled on your soul's mission. You have done everything that you've wanted to do. You've created what you came here to create. You have literally lived up to the potential of your life. What are the highlights? What does that vision, that life review include for you? Who have you been? What have you done? How have you affected people? How has the world benefited from your existence? And you have access to this vision because it is at the essence of yourself. Your individual blueprint is this vision. And perhaps it is your purpose in this life to, first of all, come into the world and forget that vision, forget who you are, only to then become entrenched in the limitations and the lack beliefs of the world, conforming to a system and a rule set of other people and authority figures and all this confusion and distraction, just to then wake up and remember who you are again, to let go of all these limiting concepts, all of these things that you need to do in order to live, in order to be you. But now you are you. You've woken up, you remember, and now you get to actualize your soul's intention, your life's directive, your heart's desire. And that is truly the only fulfilling thing that you can do with this life. And you have access to that right now because it is literally at the core of your being. It was the imprint of this incarnation. It is the reason why you are here. And in doing so, yes, you came to learn lessons. You came to refine your wisdom and your love as a soul. You came to ascend to greater frequencies and vibrations of all that you are and to realize the truth of who you are. And all of that is a byproduct of fulfilling your life's mission and vision. And so you wouldn't exist if you didn't have that. So that's what this whole exploration is for. It's for you to set aside all the limitations and the seeming rules of the world and just come back into alignment with you, to remember who you are, to remember what matters to you, what you truly desire, what's going to light you up, what's going to fulfill you at the deepest level. And if you can experiment with this and set aside these notions, even just for an hour, you can always pick them back up after you're done with this. They're not going anywhere. But experiment, explore within yourself. Who would you be? What becomes available to you? What is the legacy? What is the intention? What is the ultimate purpose of your life if you are no longer beholden to the expectations of others, to the limitations of the world, and to the lack ideas of this collective consciousness? You cannot fulfill your purpose. You cannot help anyone. You cannot make a difference truly if you are operating from within the collective paradigm. It is the visionaries. It is the rule breakers. It is the pioneers. It is the trailblazers that leave the biggest impact, that make the biggest difference, that touch the most hearts in their life. And you have to be willing to risk being a black sheep. You have to be willing to risk upsetting some people, letting some people down. You have to be willing to risk your own face, your own reputation, because this is your life, your one life as this person, as who you are. And to do anything less than what your soul came here to do is simply just not why you're here. And you are so capable. You are beyond capable. It is all already done. It's simply for the limiting notions that you're entertaining and buying into and carrying around that are seemingly containing you to the reality that you're familiar with. But if you forget this system and all of its limitations, and you remember who you are, and you spend a little bit of time, and perhaps you can even just let go of the notion of time. If you've seen the TV show Dragon Ball Z, they have this hyperbolic time chamber, and they go into it, and it's usually before a big event that's going to make a big difference in the world. And time is extended weeks or months or years inside of this chamber is minutes or hours in the real world. So you have infinite time. Imagine you just step into this space within you, and now you have all the time and space to imagine the dream life. Yes, all the things that you want, all the things that you wish to experience, all the things that you want to create, but also how it is that you want to be remembered, how you touch others, the difference that you make in the lives of strangers, of people that you never even meet, the way that the world is changed, the way that the course of humanity is altered because of your love, because of your creativity, because of your light, because of your authenticity and uniqueness as an individual, tapped into the soul and the truth of your being, which life itself has created you to be, has inspired you to be, that is guiding you to be. It's all already done. And when you come into alignment with that true self, where that vision, where that intention, where that heart's desire is available, now you have the blueprint, so to speak, or the game plan to align your life with. And so what happens if you start to think the thoughts of that version of you? Feel those feelings, those frequencies, those vibrations, those attitudes of that version of you. What happens if you start to adopt the beliefs and start to practice those perceptions, those perspectives? What happens if you start to make a habit out of aligning yourself with this version of you? Waking up into that reality, waking up into that version of you, taking the actions, doing the activities, responding to others, creating from that version of you. What happens? What becomes available to you? What is the difference in your life? And along the way, you're going to bump up against everything that's in the way. The old limiting beliefs, the old notions of lack, the old bad habits and familiar senses of self, the doubts, the insecurities, the sense of unsafety or limitation, all those sort of ego and old self tendencies are going to be echoes. They're going to creep up. And along the way, you're just going to meet that. And you're going to investigate it and understand it. And in understanding it, by going back and seeing why it is that you picked up those ideas, why it is you buy into them, and what you must still be getting out of them if you're holding on to them. And in doing so, they just loosen their grip on you. The burden of carrying them around becomes less and less until it's just no more. And you can just put down the bag of limitation and lack that you've been carrying. And you see, in this process of aligning with your true self, aligning with that version of you, and bumping up against all of these limitations, you just free yourself. You clear the interferences. You clean up the incongruencies and the bad habits. And now you have holistic freedom and fulfillment as your true self. And all of this, if you haven't noticed, is an acronym. Identity, alignment, and manifestation, or mastery, which is I am. Because your true self is that I am. The I am that I am. The original principle. That original spark of life, which prior to any identification, prior to any individuality, prior to any perceptions of self or other or a world or anything at all, is that essential, universal, infinite, boundless, timeless self. And that is the I am. And that's why this model is so powerful, because it is the truth of who you are. And when you implement this model, which as you can see is 3 steps, which I've actually designed into a free masterclass, which you can have access to, just comment I am down below and I'll send you a link where you can sign up for the free masterclass. And it has videos and meditations and worksheets where you can reverse engineer this vision and implement it in your life. And you can practice it on a daily basis. And you can even gamify it to make it more fun, more energizing, more accountable even. And alongside of this is a free community where hundreds of people now have downloaded this and are implementing it, and There's a community feed where we're all interacting. We have free calls that you can join for Q&As and meditations and visualizations together. It's a vibrant community where you can really take this to the next level, and you can change your life to be all that it's meant to be. So again, comment "I am" down below, and I'll send you all of that for free. And I hope to see you inside this community, which I've called the inner game community, because this really is an inner game. And the I am is within you. And when you tap into the I am, that true self that you are, the vision, the freedom, all that is meant for you to experience and manifest in this life is already available. And that's what this masterclass walks you through, is aligning with that. So again, comment "I am" down below and I will send you that for free. And I look forward to seeing you inside the inner game community.